Mic check. All right, welcome everybody. We are down to the semifinal round of the 2026 Chinese Taipei Open. 4 players are left in this tournament. Started with 128 players 2 days ago. And we're waiting for the players to get warmed up in this practice round, giving them a rack each to get warmed up. So we'll be getting started here in just a few minutes. We are doing 2 live streams for this one match on Fulkin Sports on YouTube. There is a live stream with Mandarin speaking commentary, and then this one obviously is the English speaking commentary stream. So if you are looking for Mandarin, you can find that on going back to the channel. You'll see 2 different stream links. Feel free to join the one that best suits your language?
All right. Some technical difficulties here, guys, but I think we have started the first rack here. Oh, are they still practicing here? Awesome, even better. So I haven't missed anything yet.
Yeah, Ivan getting his practice rack in just a minute ago, and Kopeny getting his warm-ups in. This is the semifinal round of this tournament. Started with 128 players just 2 days ago. We're down to just 4.
It is my shirt. Songshan. What? What happened? I think this is it. I think this is it, Patrick.
Which one? Yeah, this is connected one.
All right. Well, while they figure that out, welcome to the semifinal of the Chinese Taipei Open, the fourth Universal Fourth Chinese Taipei Open here in Songshan Cultural Center in Taipei. We've had 4 days of very exciting matches, and it's all come down to the last 4 players. We have Ivan and Kopeny here on table 12. I know it says table 15 on the bottom, but it is table 12. This is the English channel. If you want to see the Chinese channel, it is also on Full Can Sports. And then you'll also find the TV table between Francisco Sanchez Ruiz and I believe it's Ronel Nalawanan. Please let me know if I'm saying those names wrong. But it's going to be a very exciting match here. Kopen Yi to break off in the first rack. He has been very consistent with this break so far. Slightly inside the box. That's what I've learned watching him break over this week. Aiming for that 9 ball. One on the side like clockwork, but the 2 is going to roll up to the short rail. No clear shots. So I think we're going to see a push out. This is the English channel, so there is a Chinese channel as well. You can tune into that. It is on the Volcan channel. So I will be speaking English through this one. Push out and it's quickly given back to Kopen Yi. Think of a good safety here. I don't think he definitely doesn't have the bank. If he does want to bank, this is the bank route. Maybe bank a little wide to hide the 2 ball somewhere in the back line here. He has a lot of traffic to hide behind. Flips it the other way, tries to bring the cue ball back.
All right, I'm back.
Great control.
Can you hear me okay, Justin?
I can. Welcome, Patrick.
Excellent. Thank you.
So just an introduction to the 2 of us. We are, I am Justin Lee. I'm the CEO of EvoSports. We are the team that has been bringing you the 8 live streams on Volcan and on EvoSports over the week. And Patrick Nix is our COO. If you're interested in what we're doing or what we can do for your pool hall, feel free to contact Patrick.
So Kopen Yi has just been playing lights out pool all week long, coming off of his win with the CTPBA event right before this.
Wow, almost rail first, pots that 2 ball. Those pockets are tight. I believe they are 4-inch pockets if you've been watching over the week.
Yeah, the equipment that they're playing on is the Rasan Akura tables, 9-foot tables, 4-inch pockets, CPPA cloth, Rasan perimeter lights, EvoSports streaming equipment, top-notch everything here at this event.
Tries to come short side on the 3. This is what happens when you are on the short side. The angle changes quickly, so you might have a bit of a big angle. Luckily, just needs to draw out for the 4. Yeah, great shot by Ivan. Good angle to come up and down for that 5. First rack is always the hardest. a little bit big of an angle on this 5. He's tracking towards the traffic a little bit too much to use check to avoid it. You might have to swing around the 7 and 9. But that makes him come in at a pretty steep angle. So we want to make sure that he really controls the speed right here. Or tries to check it, bumps the 7, gets a little lucky, and lands pretty good on the 6 ball. He's on the right side. He can hit that top long rail. There's a lot of space to land for that 7. Just needs a shot on that 7. He can bump that 9 to shoot the 8 in the side.
Look like Ivan is taking first blood in this race to 11. And Ko Pin-yi undefeated in his last event at the CTPBA, and I believe so far in this event, the first
He is not.
stage.
He was
Sorry?
not undefeated in the last.
In the,
he did lose in the group stage.
Oh, that's right. Do you remember who it was that that he took a loss to?
AJ Manis, I believe. Who he comes back to beat in the final.
Right. What a dramatic finals that was as well. AJ Manis was up on the hill. Was it race to 11?
12 to 8. Race to 13, 12 to 8.
He was up 12-8, and Ko Pin-yi comes back and wins 5 straight racks to complete the comeback. And what a dramatic finals that was. Very entertaining to watch. And so he's riding that high into this Chinese Taipei Open. And in this event, he is undefeated. I did look at the bracket. He did not lose at all in stage 1.
Also, I've also noticed with the 9 on the spot break, they have been breaking a little bit more in of the box. We've seen a lot of players play right at where the box edge is, but this tournament they've moved that cue ball a little bit closer to the center.
I've noticed it as well, and I think you do get more action on the rack. That was definitely a good break. Did not get any luck though when it comes to the roll of the table and getting a look at the 2 ball. There is a certain amount of luck factor that's involved in this break. The 1 in the side is certainly the skill part of it, keeping the cue ball somewhat controlled, but where that 2 ball ends up is pretty random. So a push out. Try to get him right onto the rail. And can pretty much guarantee that this is not coming back to him. Do you like moving the cue ball up to the behind the 3-5 area, Justin?
Yeah, the safety there, maybe almost a 2-way.
Right. I mean, it does kind of look like that line.
Bank at that 2.
That line is there for the cue ball. I mean, I can't imagine. I mean, he could go for the bank on the 2, like you said, but yeah, I'm looking at that line. He looks like he's going to get right behind the 5-3. Does he get close enough to avoid the jump? I don't think so. And immediately Ivan grabs the short cue. And at this level of players, getting right on the balls versus having a couple inches of room is a big difference.
I think with the advent of the jump cue in the last few years, I think even at an even more amateur level, the requirement for the safety is becoming higher and higher. It is more and more necessary to make sure that you don't leave the jump available, because
Right.
your opponent's gonna hit it.
Right. Getting the frozen up to the balls is so imperative, whereas previously, just a few years ago, when the technology was not as advanced as it is today with the jump cues, that would have been a great safety, right? But in today's pool world, it's a lot of times not good enough. But this one worked out pretty well for Ko.
This must mean the 3 goes, and I think even from here you can tell.
Yep, let's take a look at the overhead. That'll give you a little bit more information on. Yep, definitely, as you can see, that 3 has room.
It is a little bit on the wrong side. He's going to have to track this way.
I think he's going to draw into the 9.
The 9,
yeah,
very nice.
Yeah,
Opens up that 9.
Right, and had the perfect opportunity to open up the 9 ball with that shot. Well played.
But you know what he's left with? He's left with another straight shot. This time a little bit hampered over that 9, but
yeah, the 9 is kind of right where he would like to put his bridge hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's got to have a longer bridge, which can affect your accuracy a little bit.
Oh, enough. He had enough angle to come out. That was a great shot. He definitely didn't want too much angle on the 5 ball, because he couldn't play the 6 in the same pocket, because the 9 is pretty big for the shape he wants. This will let him shoot the 6 in the top right.
And we also have the other semifinals going on the feature table here in the arena. Francisco Sanchez Ruiz, otherwise known as FSR, and Ronel Nalanon from the Philippines. Ronel is up 2-1 over FSR. He's having a heck of a tournament. Ko Ping-yi gets a round of applause from his home crowd here in Taipei, Taiwan. And it is a beautiful day. The sun is shining out there. We've got an outdoor market going on right outside the doors here. You can get some great food. Highly recommend visiting this area if you get a chance. I've been here for a little over a week and have just been so impressed with the hospitality and the cleanliness of the city, the friendliness of all the people here. Great place to come and visit. And what better time than when they have this event going on here. And FSR and Ronel Nalanon are tied at 2-2. The winner of this match and the winner of that match will face off in the finals for a race to 13, winner take all for the prize.
Just a quick poll and a question for the audience. Who are you rooting for? Ko Ping-yi or Ivan MALUTO? consistently potting that 1 in the side and the 2 on the break. I think we might have to switch for the overhead to see if we can shoot this 3, and I don't think he can. If he does, he only sees a sliver of it. Yeah, choosing to push here. I don't know how much I like this push, because he's definitely not getting it back. And if he's not getting it back, Ivan is either going to be attacking here, or he's going to leave Kopenyi a pretty tough shot. So I don't know if this was the best choice. Yeah, Ivan had a lot to work with there. Kopenyi got a little lucky that it doesn't end up behind the 5.
Yeah, and if we could get the other view in here.
Here comes the return safety. Does he get behind that 9? Bumps it. Is looking to attack. Now, if the 3 was a little bit more to that right, he can really tuck the cue ball behind that 6, especially when he's over that 8. It is a very tough shot to do, so I think he's going to elect to shoot at it.
Well
Center
played
pocket
shot.
it goes.
Wow.
Center of the pocket goes.
You know, I did not hear any applause for Ivan, but that one deserves some applause, because those are very difficult shots on these tables. We've seen many of them missed this week, similar to that. And in fact, I've seen many players choose the safety over that shot in a similar situation because of the difficulty of having it hang up.
Yeah, and especially at this caliber, once you hang, that's pretty much the rack. Bumps the 8 ball, leaves himself a tough cut on this ball, because he does have to figure out the 7 as well.
Yeah, I think he's going to be
the
looking
7-9. I think.
Yeah, I believe that's going to be his option. So getting on the 6 to get on the 7-9 for a, but obviously for the 7-9 to be a very, more of a high percentage. This is pretty good. He's given the wave because he knows he got a little bit of a, he would love to have that cue ball in, this area here. And I think that he's got the angle to get close to that spot. I mean, his angle is kind of taking him away from the 7 a little bit.
I think he's going to have a bit of an angle on the 7.
Yeah.
I think he might even elect to play the carom if he becomes too big. No, this is going to be a combo here for sure.
Yep.
There is a bit of distance between the 7-9.
And yeah, that definitely amplifies the difficulty. And you don't want to hit this with power because it makes it a little bit harder, but you also don't want to leave it hanging with a soft roll. You have to just commit. And he does
and there
power
it. Does it come?
Yeah.
Does the 9 come back down? It is tracking.
Yeah, it's not going to have
enough.
It's not going to have enough juice to get there, but Now Kopini is in a do or die situation for this rack. There's really nowhere to hide. I don't see a safety coming. I think he has to take on either the combo 7-8 or bank the 7 into the 9. But I don't really like either one of those options with the distance that he has here.
I wonder if you can hide it behind the 8.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. It just, I
Like
don't know
this.
if that, yeah, I don't think so.
Well, the overhead's going to tell us how possible it is. Yeah, you're going to have to draw it to get that angle in.
Yeah.
And it's touchy.
And draw with that much distance between the cue ball and object ball is just not, yeah, we're not going to see that. So he did try to bank the 7 into the 9. I think he missed it quite. Oh, let's see.
Okay, well, we're going to have another combo here. Again, with a lot of distance, but the 9 is a little bit easier this time.
Yeah, I don't think he has to. He doesn't have to combo this. I think he's going to play the 7 in the side.
I think so too.
Yeah.
But sometimes I want the cool shot to happen.
Right. Well, the cool shot would have been Kopini's bank, bank into it, but he was far off the mark. But that was just a lot of distance. And the way that Ivan is playing in this tournament, I feel like we are in for a very, very good long battle. I don't see either player running away with this one, but I also know that both of these players are capable of putting together packages that could bulk up the score really quickly. We'll see what happens. But Ivan,
all right,
back
2-1 for Ivan.
And we'll give you a scoring update on the other semifinal match on the feature table. Renell is up 3-2 over FSR. And all of these matches, both of these matches are found on Falcon Sports YouTube channel. We have two streams going for this match that you're watching right now. This one in English. We have another one in Mandarin, if that's your preference. And then the feature table match is commentated in Mandarin, which is FSR and Renell Nalanon. All right, Ivan to break. He had a pretty good one last time he broke. And again, putting that cue ball a good 3 inches inside the break box.
And you know what's interesting? I'm walking around. I'm commentating from my phone, which is the beauty of this system. And I'm walking around looking at these tables. And you can see that there's the chalk line from the edge of the box. And then there's a chalk line from inside 3 inches inside the box. And you can tell that people slowly figured out that you needed to be a little bit inside to make that one ball. Missing the one, but getting the 2.
Yeah, you got the bonus ball there, the 2 ball. Yeah, and I believe Kopini is still breaking from the very edge of the break box.
He is not. He is not.
He's not. Oh, he is breaking from inside a bit. The same.
Yeah, he was one of the first people I noticed is not breaking from inside from the break box.
Interesting. Yeah, maybe they have figured something out. Because, oh, beautiful shot there.
Wow.
That was a lot of distance. 9. Yeah. Because, making the 1 ball is not you know, it's not the best thing if you don't have a good look at the two and you don't get a good spread, right? It doesn't really mean a whole lot if you're pushing out afterwards. So, you know, that might be more the intent of getting that cue ball in a little bit to get more power into the break, so that you have a higher percent chance of look at the two. This is an unusual error here, not getting coverage behind the 8.
Especially this late in the tournament, you kind of expect them to be able to know the speed a little bit better now and be behind that 8.
Yeah, yeah, very unusual. And this is a natural angle for Kopin to float down to the 4.
Ooh.
Yeah, just a little off the mark. Does he give it up? I think he does.
Overhead
It's going to be close. If he doesn't, we're going to see a safety.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I think he's going to safety and just hook it behind the 4.
Right. Pop the 3-2 rails out. But I think he actually has this. He's looking really closely at it. I think, yeah, it's super close. You're over there by the table. Maybe you could walk over there and take a look.
I'm walking.
Justin is. Yeah, that's a lock up there. Justin is walking around with his phone and headphones in. I've also got a tablet. I'm mobile as well, so this is.
Wow, I like the double bank kick here. Double rail kick. I'm going to stay on the overhead here so we don't miss it. Boom. Wow, straight into it.
Yeah, he went.
Doesn't want to run too far.
And he's
it's not gonna hook it, but I think it's a pretty good attempt and a pretty good controlling safe here, controlling kick.
Now, do you think that Ronell is going to?
I think you bank it. Yeah. You can over bank this 3 a little bit. It gets you shape for the 4, and then you can be safe.
I can't see him going offensive here. I think there's just too much reward for the defense and too much risk on the offense. Do you think a 2-way? Is that what you're? Because if
of course, there's no way I'm attacking this completely. Bring the 3 here. Bring the cue ball here.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I think
or the other way around.
Safe. Yeah, getting right behind the 5, 6. Not sure he got the coverage though. Left an edge. We'll see what Kopin can do here with just the edge of the ball. There's not a whole lot he can do. Maybe get down to the 4 ball and try to hide the cue behind the 4. That would just seem so incredibly touchy. Probably going to be taking it, back up table, 2 rails. And how's it going to finish? Very nice.
Right.
Yeah, you got applause for that one. This is, double thing.
Great part about this one is that he can't pick for the 3 from this side. And he's jacked up on this side.
Yes, that's true. He's kind of double hooked here. I mean, this is a really nasty spot.
Maybe come 2 rails behind the 3. Boom. Wow. If this drops, he's not going to be happy. He's not going to be happy, though, I think, because he's not going to have a shot in the 4 either.
He's right back where it was a second ago. I mean, he went all the way around the table and landed within 2 inches of the spot that it was just in. Yeah, so he's getting the jump cue. Yeah.
No, that clip off that 8 ball. Thankfully, not enough for him to shoot it in the side, but I think Kopin is going to go for this. Seeing where the cue ball would track.
So the chat is voting right now on which player they are rooting for. So far, Kopini has 72% of the chat is rooting for him and 29% for Ivan.
Yeah, there we go. But it rattles. It's going to hide behind.
Yeah, it's going to give the wave. Yes, he does. Okay.
They've waved to each other a lot this game.
Yes,
so far, it's only been 2-1.
A lot of respect. And another tough spot for Ivan where he's kind of jacked up over a ball. He has to spin this off the rail. Spinning when you're jacked up and uncomfortable table. Yeah, it's just an all around tough spot to be in. Gives up the ball in hand. And Kopini with a 6-ball ghost out. High percentage to take this rack from here. I love his jersey. So cool. The red and white.
The Phoenix.
Yeah.
Good angle for the 5 to the 6. Would you play the 7 in the same pocket as the 6, or would you try and play 7 to the other side? I think it really depends on this angle, and I think he's going to play the 6, 7, and the 8 in the same pocket.
Yeah, I think all three of them are probably going to go. He's playing one pocket here.
He knows we're commentating, and that's our favorite game. So.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that's exactly the reason why he's doing this.
If he truly can hear us, he'll play this 9 in the same pocket as well, but I don't think so. Draw it back for the 9 on the side.
No, I don't. I really don't think so.
Here we go, 2-2.
Yeah,
I think,
this is a dog
and
fight.
here you can see, and here you'll see that I think Kopini also breaks a little on the inside.
All right, so the poll in the chat has ended. Kopini gets 69% of the votes. Ivan gets 31%. And honestly, that's not bad considering we are in the home turf of the Ko brothers, being here in Taipei, where Falcon Sports is. Kopini, a very popular player, ranked number 3 in the world according to Fargo rate. Is the third highest Fargo rate in the world, next to Joshua.
His own brother.
Yeah, right. They're both tied with the exact same rating.
Which I think is phenomenal.
Right.
And Copenhagen is the third brother is actually catching up quick. And he had quite a deep run in this tournament as well, coming in, I believe, the top 16. Is that correct?
Yeah, and Copenhagen, a great player, started a bit later than his brothers. He's the youngest of the 3, and he focused his time on darts. Became a very accomplished dart player and didn't really start playing pool until the age of 18. Whereas his brothers started playing pool at a much younger age. He just didn't have the same interest that they did. So considering that he didn't start until 18, he is phenomenal for that amount of time. Probably.
I think it helps when you have 2 847 brothers.
Of course, right? You have the, and
yeah, great break here by, yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Great break, yeah, great break here by the Ko. Very open for a run here. He's definitely going to want to capitalize, because I've also realized that they don't get a shot on that 2-ball very often. It is because they're hitting so hard to pot it with the break box. It's rare that you get a shot on the next ball right after the break. So really good chance for Kopini here. Take his first lead of the match.
Yeah, I would certainly say less than half the time that when you pocket the 1 that you don't have a look at the 2. I would say it's less than half. So Kopini looking for the break and run here, keeping Ivan in his chair. Maybe he gets a little bit cold.
A break and run always makes you feel a little bit more in control.
It does. It gives you the confidence, and when your opponent is sitting for longer, it just, I don't care who you are. It's never good for your game when you're sitting for a long period of time and then finally get up to shoot. And most likely when you get up to shoot, you're behind a ball,
Yeah. But don't get us wrong. He's definitely willing for it to happen. A little big of an angle on 8-ball.
Yeah. I wouldn't say a positional error necessarily, but certainly a little off the mark of where he wanted to be. I believe he has the skills to get back in line. Going to put draw on this cue ball. And
White with speed.
Yeah, he did slide it on the rail, but talk about perfect position, ball in hand shape on the 9-ball to take a 3-2 lead. And if you're just joining us, this is the English commentary stream for this match. There is also a stream in Mandarin on the Falcon Sports YouTube channel, as well as there is the other semifinal match on the other side, Ronel Nalanan and FSR. FSR is up 4-3. That's also on the Falcon Sports YouTube channel. So if you just go back to the channel, if you're interested in watching this stream and listening to the Mandarin commentators, that's there, as well as that other semifinal match. Thank you for joining us today. We are happy to be here giving you this content. Any predictions out there in the chat? What do you guys think the final score will be of this match? I'd love to see some predictions in the chat. Curious to hear what you guys think.
All right, so you can break it. He's breaking a little bit on the inside as well. Likes to put a little bit inside. Boom. Straight in the heart of that pocket. Wants that 2 to roll a little bit, and he has a shot in the side pocket. That 2-9 lies good, lies there. I don't think so. Yeah, he's looking at the angle for the 3 already, so. Or the table wasn't open. The table is quite open as well. Yeah, I do agree that Kopen Yi's break has been pretty consistent. If you can string a few racks here, it puts a lot of pressure on his opponent.
Rushes it. Cause an issue. I don't know. Let's take a look at the other view. Oh, I wasn't.
Sorry, guys, I'm just looking for a little charger here.
And yeah, he's looking really good here. Trying to put together a package. Already 1 break and run under his belt in the previous rack, looking for 2 here. He's done the hard work.
I think the 6 to 7 might be a little weird as well, just because the 7 only goes in the bottom left. And he's probably going to have an angle on this side of the table. Yeah, it comes in great. With a stroke like that, you can get anywhere.
Yeah.
But I think he's still a little weird here. If he draws it, I don't know how much of an angle he has.
Yeah, I think he has enough angle. I think he has enough angle to draw this into this direction for position in
It's definitely
here.
going to be a little bit more punchy. Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, a little bit more punchy, but he's got it.
Yeah, it's going to end up a little close to the rail, but not bad. Yeah, he's got a perfect angle now, so I don't anticipate any errors here from this point. And Ivan can only sit and hope. So I know he wanted an angle on the 8 to get up for the mid-table position for the easy 9 on the side. He's got more angle than he probably was really wanting on this.
Shooting with his left hand here. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. What a touch.
Yeah, that little
Left-handed. He's got a smile on his face saying, I know. I got lucky, says Efren. No, that's not lucky. That's called good. And breaking
At that
run
speed, you
number
know,
2.
that's the speed you want to shoot that in if you are going to want it to, I guess, hit a little further away from the pocket. So one of our sponsors, Mori Tips. If you're in the venue, they do have a booth here. Make sure you pick up a tip.
All right. 2 break and runs in a row for Kopin E. Trying to make it a 3-pack. See what happens on the break here.
On the side. Where's that 2 going?
Where's the 2?
Needs to bounce off that rail a little bit.
It's got a little bounce, but it's going to be tough.
Yeah, but it's not going to be enough. And that 3-9 is laying really, really juicy. So
Yeah, he can't take this on. He's got to play the safe here. I mean, the ideal position, I think, for safe is to bringing the cue ball off of this, in this area, but that 8 ball being right where it is makes that really tough.
not to mention, he's also jacked up off over the 3.
Yeah, the 3 and the 9 are causing a problem because his bridge hand has to be back behind the 9, or there he can actually put it right there. Let's see what he decides to do.
Beautiful behind the 6.
Yep, that was the best play that was possible. There's no jump shot available because of where the 7 ball is,
unless your name is Jesus Atencio with a double jump.
Yeah, Jesus Atencio wouldn't even attempt this one because the 5 is not in the right position for the double jump. And he does have a nice 2-rail kick that could result in a nice safety if he can make full contact for the kick and stick.
Yeah, I think this one's tough because even if you hit the 2 and you have a bit of spin on that cue ball, it's going to go forwards towards the 4. So you can't really utilize that 7-9-3 wall. It's going to come in. Yeah, you see it's going to roll out of it.
Yeah, and it's going to end really in a nice position for Kopin to, already look up, eyeing up the 3-9 combo. So
especially with this angle, he's not going to get behind the 3 for the other pocket. He's almost forced to play the combo unless he travels around the table. Into quite a small space.
He's definitely playing the combo. There's no doubt. I don't know if he's going to pinch draw this back a little bit or go down to the bottom rail and back up. Watch out for the 5. He's good. And pretty high percentage combo with this 3-9. Kopeni looking for the 5-2 lead, and he gets it.
I think they're going to take a player break here. I see Ivan walking away.
And so with the player break, we're going to go to a quick couple of sponsor commercials here. We'll be right back.
From concept to design, it all starts with a blueprint. From launch to achieving legend, to every moment that builds a legacy, universal cues, backed by a world-class factory. We refine feel with science and define performance with precision. Crafting over 2 million cues annually, we stand alongside champions, infusing every stroke with innovation and craftsmanship, universal. Leading the way, power creates the one and only. To win, there is no other distraction.
CPBA, the official cloth of international championships, crafted from cutting-edge weaving technology. It defines the pinnacle of smoothness and durability. When the world-class tournaments ignite, legacy unfolds upon this stage here. Every decisive shot begins on a foundation of absolute reliability. CPBA, the choice of champions. In the name of the cloth, legends are forged.
All right, we're back in action. Give you guys an update on the other semifinal table. Those players are on break as well. Ronel Nalanon up 5-4 over FSR. The winner of that match is going to face the winner of this match in the finals of this event in a race to 13. Kopeny pockets that 1 ball, does not have a look at the 2 ball. He's going to be blocked from seeing the 2. And the question is here, this is one of those situations where you might consider taking on the jump shot just to not give up the table.
Sorry about that. I'm back.
No worries. Everybody was taking a break at the same time. We had this table was on break, and the other semifinal match was on break. So break times are over. We're back in action. What do you think here? Do you like taking on the jump shot, or do you see a push out opportunity here for Kopeny?
No, I take this jump here.
Yeah, he's looking at pushing out.
Really? Maybe the angle's a little big. If he jumps it, he can't hold for the 3. I can see that being possible.
Right. So push out, he does give him the full look at the 2, but with a lot of distance. I don't think he's going to be getting this back. I think there's a good safety opportunity here for Ivan. What do you like? Safety with getting the cue ball froze up to the 9, or
I like that.
The 4 ball? Yeah, well, I do too now.
Maybe not.
Whoa,
maybe not now.
Maybe not now. Yeah,
maybe
it
not.
kind of. Yeah, it rolled out, and so I do believe that he's got the look on this too. Let's take a look at the overhead. Yeah, he's got the full 2 ball, and I believe the 2 has the pocket.
I think so too. Maybe not all of it.
Yeah, I don't think you can take that on because you'd have to hit it with a lot of pace to get back up table for the 3, and that just requires an incredibly accurate stroke. I think the safety here is going to be the higher percentage. Since he does have the full ball, he's got opportunity to play safe on either side of the ball, I think.
Well, you never know, because he has been playing a lot of Chinese 8 ball, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay. It's an aggressive shot too.
Boom. See?
Yeah, and he still wasn't able to get, the shape for an offensive 3 ball shot off of that. The safety wasn't great either, as far as like you weren't going to have anything lock up on the safety there. So,
and I think when you're presented with that choice, attack is usually the answer.
Yeah, I agree. It's just minimizing your opponent's opportunities at the table.
Kicking 1 rail here. Yeah, I think he wanted to play that safe, actually hit it a little bit thinner, so you can keep that cue ball behind the 8-7. Well, this is the opportunity that Kopeny wanted.
Oh yeah, this is ideal.
But very lucky off of that previous miss.
And it's a good discussion point when you're looking at, offense versus defense. When you're kind of low percentage on both, you tend to favor the offense because you can sometimes get lucky on a missed offensive shot. You can still end up getting the backdoor save, right?
That's right.
So you have to factor that into the calculation of odds. And I think pool is a lot of calculation of odds when you're making decisions like that. Gives the 9 a rub. This looks pretty good for floating forward to play the 5 in the top right corner. Everything else is in order here for Kopeny to take a 6-2 lead if he's able to clear out these last 4 or 5 balls. How's the chat room doing, Justin? I only have my one screen over here.
Well, just a few messages. Says Maluto versus Toto Aklan in finals. My guess is that is Maluto's fellow Filipino on the other table. And Eddie Taneo says Maluto is playing intimidated, and I think that's fair. He hasn't had a lot of chances at the table, and you know, Ko is really being careful with only leaving MALUTO with, you know, tough shots and getting lucky and getting the rolls when he does miss. So it's hard to fight that feeling sometimes. Here comes Kopen Yi with this 9 more than halfway to the finish line. And MALUTO is only getting started. But we still got a lot more racks to go. MALUTO is more than capable to also catch a gear.
And this is really my first time really getting to see Ivan MALUTO play, and I was really impressed with a lot of his matches that I watched in this event. And that's kind of the great thing about this Chinese Taipei Open is you do get to see a lot of great Filipino talent because it's a short flight for them, right? Whereas North America, we don't typically see them. A lot of these players come too often to compete in events stateside. So I found that enjoyable from being out here.
All right. As we expect, the 1 ball on the side, but no shot on this 2, but he sees it, so.
Well, he might have an edge of the 2 ball enough to play safety here. Let's take a look at the overhead if we can.
Another prediction of Ko versus FSR in the finals, and a prediction of Ko being the final winner. Kopen Yi was the winner of the CTPBA warm-up event, or maybe not a warm-up event, but the event prior to this. So I don't see that as being a possibility.
And speaking of Filipino talent that we are seeing here, Ronel Nalnan is up 6-4 over FSR now on the feature table. Is it possible that we'll see an all Filipino finals if Ivan comes back? And
that would also be very exciting. I think a lot of Filipino fans tuning in all weekend. So thank you everyone for supporting EvoSports as well by watching our streams. And also for Full Can Media. They've done an amazing job with this event. And we are very excited to be part of this team and part of this very big machine and being a very small, little cog to help out with what it's become.
I can't say enough great things about Falcon Sports and the team here in Taipei. What an amazing production and event that they've put on. Jump shot coming from Ivan. Gets good contact and good distance. And the blockers, excellent, well played shot. And Ko has a jump here. He's going to have to jump for the window. He's not playing to make this because I don't think that he wants to risk getting that close to a foul by hitting the 7 first. I think he's going to be jumping for the edge of the ball, trying to send the cue ball around back to where it is now, around the table.
I don't know. I think it's possible he jumps for it. They're so accurate with that jump cue.
Oh my goodness.
With that jump cue.
Oh my goodness. What in the world?
These pockets are small already. If they're going to jump for it, they have to be accurate when they jump for it already. He's going to jump for it if it goes.
That is probably the shot of the tournament that I've seen some great shots in this tournament, but that one might be the number one in my book. Very difficult. That 7 was very close to the 2 ball.
And if MALUTO
What-
wasn't intimidated before, he definitely
He
is now.
He certainly
There's no
is
one
now.
alive that isn't intimidated after that shot.
Absolutely. I mean, what can you do? He played a great safety and does not get rewarded at all. And, you know, if you're Ivan and you're sitting in your chair and you're watching that, including the 2-pack that he put together, you know, that Ko put together, it's just sort of like, well, there's not a whole lot you can do. You can't feel bad about those kinds of things. That's just tip your cap to a fantastic, phenomenal, elite level play.
Well, now the question is, what do we do with the 5-6? Does the 5 go in the top right?
I think it does.
Yeah, I think he's going to play the combo. I don't know.
Yeah,
See, the
so
5 didn't go, so he's going to want to do something here. I think he's going to lock up that cue ball with the 6.
yeah, he's got to. It's the only option here. Freeze the cue ball to the 6. What he just wants to block off as much kicking angle as he can.
Oh, yeah,
That's
that
the
is.
way. The backside now, yeah, because when you have to kick to the bottom rail and very awkward cueing, being that it's right on top of the 6. That was well played.
After that jump, we got all these comments going, "Oh my god!"
Right.
That I think is the appropriate response. Thank you, everybody out there.
That is my response as well.
Yeah.
OMG.
Nice kick. It's a little bit of luck and land safe, and I think he's actually going to get it.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, very, very respectable return off of the excellent safety play. Rennell showing his kicking ability, just trying to stay alive here. Scratching and clawing at every opportunity that he can get, but Ko is just looking like he was not going to be denied. Safety. This is going to
He's
be
not happy
way
with
too
this at
soft.
all.
Yeah, he knows it right away. He knows it. So can Ivan shake off the cold cobwebs from being in the chair for a while and not really having a good look? This is his first really good offensive opportunity. Still not easy. He's got to make this 5 ball.
你可以坐在这里看，这个是现在的。对，这个有 delay 啊，这个是现在的。可以。
Oh, what a beautiful shot that was. And that was, I wouldn't say like must make in this, but it was certainly very important that he gets to stay at the table here and get some reps in.
You know, I would argue the opposite. Like, because of the position he's in and the mental state he needs to recover, it is a must make. You know, it really puts him back into the right mindset here. I think he is a strong favorite to finish this rack now. Wow, look at that. Great stroke. Doesn't want to come too far.
He's got very straight on the 7, but the 8, let's see, does the 8 play by the 9? I believe it does. As you can see, it does play by the 9. So that's very helpful. He's got a slight angle on the 7, so he should be able to draw this back. And that's about as good as you can get. You know, I really love the ability to just walk around the venue here with this tablet, my headset, commentating pool.
You can just walk around because that's what you're doing now.
Right.
All right, here we go. Very
Okay,
important rack
guess
for
we're
Ivan.
back. Let's
Well
take a
done,
look at
good
that.
finish.
Let's take a look at that jump shot from Ko. That was the
Oh,
highlight of the
let's say jump
century
for it.
here.
They're
Best
so
shot of the
accurate with that
year.
jump cue. They are
Oh my
so
goodness.
accurate
Unbelievable.
with that jump
Oh
cue.
my. And then I got to give Ivan some props here because this is a key shot. Staying alive, getting it done with the must make on the 5. Oh, what a beautiful shot. And in the other semifinal match, Ranel Nalanan up 6-5 over FSR. FSR just scratched on the break. And so now Ranel has the opportunity to extend his lead. And again, if you're just joining, this stream is multicast. We have 2 streams for this one match. This one in English. There's another one in Mandarin, if that's your preferred language. It's all on the Falcon Sports YouTube channel using the EvoSports streaming software. Let's check out Ranel's Ivan's break. It hasn't broke for quite some time. Successful break with the 1, but nothing on the 2, and a push out is coming. Where do you push out to here, Justin?
I think maybe here. I like pushing out to this side of the table for sure. But I would want to leave him an angle such that the 3 can't be hidden behind the 8.
Yeah, he's looking at pushing it down by the pocket. Trying to give him as much distance and make the cueing awkward.
I'm just not sure how you can hide the 2, or play safe from this position.
Honestly, well, I think he's going to give it back,
yep.
But I think what
Ranel
is going to do is to come off the edge of the 2 ball, bringing the cue ball back into this
but
path.
It's just tough, right?
It is very tough. It's low percentage,
and that's why I thought the other side might be smarter because
he has to hit this.
This is a tall order.
Really thin, and look at this.
Looking good.
Yeah, very big reward. And Kopin Yi gives the tap of the cue on the rail of the table in acknowledgement of a very difficult thin hit.
He's going to do a jump rail first.
Yeah, boy. Well, he's already shown how effective he is with that short stick. Oh my goodness!
What is
we are just seeing putting on a clinic with that jump.
You say that? Did you say that? I just pressed save. You're both saved, right? Okay, good.
Yes, it'll be saved twice. How can you not save that one? I mean, I might say that was better than the previous one because of where the 6 ball was. Ah, man, what a heartbreaker for Ivan. I mean, he's really he played a great safety, hitting a thinnest piece of that 2 ball, getting the cue ball to do exactly what he wanted, and then he gets punished for it.
Some questions from this chat. Is this the semifinal? This is the semifinal. There's 4 players left. Why every tournament we have some new undiscovered talent from Philippines? I was talking to Scott Frost, or I heard Scott Frost was talking, and Bustamante agrees with this. And there are like 100, 800 plus players that just can't find their way out of the Philippines and just play. I just think there's a lot of talent there. I think there's a lot of pressure to be good in the Philippines. So there's just a lot of players out there and that's what makes this game so amazing, is that there's so many undiscovered talent. And then, so what WTF did he? WTF did he just do? He did a lot.
Yeah, I think that's what we're talking about, the jump shot. Was it WTF OMG KPY?
It's a lot of acronyms.
It is a lot of acronyms. And like I said before, if you're Ivan, I mean, how can you feel bad? You did what you were supposed to do. You did the best thing that you could have done in that situation, and it still didn't work out. And that's just how it goes sometimes. You're playing one of the top players in the world. Doesn't matter, even if you play great, it's sometimes not good enough. Let's take a look at that replay. Short stick. Oh,
Yeah.
my
Withdraw.
goodness.
What is
We are
that?
just seeing coming rail first, jumping and going rail first into that ball. That was, I think that tops the last
and not
jump
just
shot.
that. And not just that, he draws it. He plays it with the spin that he wants, so he can draw it across table to play for the 3.
It's unreal. It is absolutely unreal.
Please don't draw some lines, guys. Well, they really like the lines here in Taiwan, so we've been drawing the lines. Is that why you don't watch the main channel? It's because they draw a lot of lines? We'll try our best to keep it at a reasonable rate.
Yeah, some people don't like the telestrator. That's okay. You can't please everybody.
All right, one in the side.
Boy, that one in the side is just
Nice bump on the
automatic
2.
right now. Oh my goodness, this is perfect. And the 3 plays by the 7. There's really nothing in the way here. Getting from the 4 to the 5 could be a little bit of a challenge, but probably not. I think he's got to get really good on the 3 to get the right angle for the 4 to get down table for the 5. So it all starts here. And that's what he's figuring out right now, putting together the puzzle one piece at a time.
Four doesn't want.
Yeah, it's got a little angle. This is all right because the 4 plays in the top left corner, so he can play the same thing. He can play the 3. He can play the 3 and 4 in the same pocket.
This year, I think Yi right now is the best in the world. I can agree with that. He's playing good in the last tournament. He's strong in this tournament. He had a great match against Kuo Po Chung yesterday, beating him, I believe, 10-1 or 10-2. He's playing near perfect pool. Feels like watching a stick figure fight. Well, you don't get to see that every day too, so.
Stick figure fight.
Many pool players in the Philippines make it as a living. Filipinos can dominate the pool world if they only have the money to compete internationally. I agree with that. I think there is a lot of hidden talent there. I think the world deserves to see a lot of the players that come out of the Philippines and are in the Philippines, and it's unfortunate that a lot of them can't. But hey, let's grow this game together. Send it to your friends and family. You know, we can grow it together. And the more we grow it, the more we can bring these people out and have them play. It's the only thing that we all can do. And we each do our part by, making this game and sharing it with our friends and family. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. And here's Kopen Yi going up 8-3 with this 9 ball, 2 away from the win.
Three away from the win, I believe. Yes.
Oh, 3. Sorry.
That's okay.
I can't do math.
I didn't need to correct you, but you know.
No, you should. I was wrong.
All right. And quick word from Maury Q-Tips.
We just played more. I don't have to sit here, by the way. You can sit here. I have a choice. Okay, good. You want to sit here? All right. Open you to break. A consistent 1 almost scratches. Oh, almost 2 pockets for it to almost scratch in, but luckily the bump saves him. Doesn't have a shot on that 2 ball. A little bit too wild for him to be lucky here. We're too much to jump, so we're going to see a push here. Yeah, I like that push here. Push out to that corner.
Yeah, that's not a bad place to put it. Always, that would be making it a little bit difficult for Ivan to get any kind of a decent safety, but always difficult to slow roll this ball 9 feet away and have it land on the rail, which is what you really want. You don't want it to come off the rail too much. And this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. You know, if it's just an inch or so off the rail, it gives Ivan so many opportunities to draw under one of those balls for a safety. But being on the rail doesn't have the same kind of opportunity. So let's take a look.
Are we going to be live with the final? And when is it? The final is going to be live on Full Pan Sports. It is scheduled for 6 p.m. local time here in Taiwan.
Yeah, good shot from Ivan. And Ko looking at what does he have. Hard to jump when you're that close to the 1, but he is keeping that short stick in his hand, and why not? He seems like a magician with it.
And
Feels
really, at this point, I think Ivan's getting a little nervous every time he takes this thing out.
Right, exactly. It's like, please don't use the jump cue anymore.
Not again.
This is a good advertisement for the Ko Brothers jump cue. Everybody's going to be, their sales are going to skyrocket after this match. Gets good contact.
Doesn't want to come too far.
Ah,
That
okay,
horn really
so
hooks Ivan out, so it's going to be an open table. Tough cutting on this 2 ball. But I think he's going to have to take this.
And just to tell you how dominant Ko Yi has been in this tournament, in stage 2, the single elimination round, after they've got down to the 64 players, his wins have gone 10-4, 10-1 versus Ko Po Chang, 10-4 versus Lin Ta Li, 11-1 versus Dang Theng Keen from Vietnam, and now he's in this match. So he is not just winning his matches, he's absolutely annihilating his opponents.
And if I recall, I think his match with Lin Tai Li, he was down 4-2 or 4-1. So after, Lin Tai Li got to where he was, Kopen Yi really just never gave him a chance again. Doesn't want to draw too much, but I think it's perfect. Great position. Should be expecting Ivan to finish this position. A little bit big on the 7. These pockets, I kind of want to be playing as close as possible. Let's ban Copen Yi. He is smurfing. Yeah, I don't think anyone's smurfing at top 10.
Okay, you're going to have to help me out. What's smurfing? I don't know that one.
Oh, nice shots coming in
I think
for
I've
that
heard
corner.
I think I've heard it before, but I don't remember what it is.
Yeah, guys, Patrick is from the previous generation. He's not going to know what smurfing is. Smurfing is when you play video games and you create another account that's weaker so you can play at those lower levels. But
okay.
I don't think there's any levels above top 3. Me. Wow, nice shot. Super confident by Ivan.
Yeah, well played.
Great mental game. Well done by Ivan. Well deserved. That was a tough 8-ball for the 9.
All right, Ivan to break, down 4-8.
Ooh.
One ball rattles that side
We've got 2
pocket.
to go.
And the 3-9 is tied up, so this is going to be an interesting rack.
You mean you don't like the 3-9 to the bottom right?
Sorry, it's the
5-9?
the 5-9 is tied up. It does look kind of wired, but I don't like it. No, not to a 4-inch pocket all the way up table. No, not unless your cue ball ends up right behind the 5, where it's not a lot of
What's
cueing
crazy
to get
is,
there, but to get there from the 4, I don't think that's happening. But
what's crazy is I watched Copen Yi play that combo earlier this week.
yeah, I mean it's definitely
possible.
It's definitely there. Yeah,
but he's not taking it. I'm joking, obviously.
Well, I mean, at some point, somebody might decide to take that because of the way, unless it gets broken out at some point. Do you, when you get down to the 4, do you play for shape to, get down there to play the 5-9, or it'll be interesting to see what the strategy is for this rack because of that situation.
He likes the 2 rail here. Means he probably can't see the 1 rail.
Yeah, the 1 rail is not there, I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice clip.
Oh,
it doesn't. Oh,
look at
wow,
this.
look at that.
Really got fortunate there, didn't he? But, you know, hey, good shots deserve a little bit of love once in a while. When you make a good hit on a ball, you can call it luck if you want, but you made the good hit. Things can happen off after that, right? And we're going to get a chance to see Ko Pin-Yi's kicking abilities. We've already seen his jumping abilities are stellar.
Oh, but that wasn't it.
Okay, and he's nudged the 5 there. So now that I don't think that combo is as wired, the 5-9 anymore. Let's take a look at that because I want to know when we get down to that point. Oh boy, it looks like it's
Not
actually
sure.
in the same place that it was. Like it nudged it, and I think it went off the rail and back to where it went. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out.
Tricky to move the cue ball after hit 6.
Watch out, cue ball.
Yeah, that was a tough ball. You knew you were going to play off the 6.
Okay, safety coming here, Justin. Is that, or where are you going here?
I think so. I think you can come up. You can bring that ball up the table that way, and hide the cue behind the 6.
I think that's your high percentage. I agree. And
It doesn't
Ivan
even need the
agrees with
6.
you. Ivan
Nice
agrees as
shots.
well. However, he is leaving Ko the jump opportunity, and of course, he's going to grab that Ko brothers jump cue. He's taking both of his cues to the table. You are on a shot clock here, so you might as well come with all your equipment. Make the decision when you get there.
Up says about the commentators drawing lines. It is good for people who are new or wants to learn about possible positioning. I get it. Some people doesn't like it. Maybe in their country, their viewer wants. I agree with that. Whoa!
Oh, look at that!
Wow. Ivan just scratching his head and like this. What are you supposed to do?
Like, what can you do? You can't do anything in those situations. I mean.
Yeah, I think the drawing lines helps, I think, with people who are, maybe watching it for the first time. We want to grow the sport. I think a lot of people have this similar dream to us. And yeah, I'm glad that you guys have, similar thoughts about it. We will try to keep it at a controlled rate.
I do think it could be it can be overused, right? And so there is a poll in the chat, and the 2 options. How do you feel about commentators drawing lines on the screen? And the 2 options are: 1 is I don't like it at all, and 2 is it's fine if not used too much. 71% say it's fine if not used too much. So
we're just gonna and we'll keep it at a decent rate. Good safety again. And I think even if it is blocking the route to the 3, it is only a small, tiny jump, and he only has to stop it for the 4. I think you attack here, play safe with the 4.
Yes, agreed. These fans are getting a treat in this match, watching some very high level pool.
Just elects to play for the safe.
Okay.
Oh, very nice. Kind of using that 5-9. I don't think Ko can shoot it. If he can, he has to throw it. And I don't think that he can shoot this at a pace where he can pot the 4 after. So he's going to have to cut and play safe here. Avoiding the double kiss. The double kiss is definitely the biggest danger and top priority. Avoiding that double kiss. Well done. Leaves a cut on the 3. And again, with Ivan being the player that is down, I would almost want him to be more offensive. But the 5-9 just makes it really tough to really want to go for it.
Yeah, I don't know. That 5-9, it just doesn't seem like a good, because it's so much possibility that it could rattle when you do get down to it. So he's missed the 3, and now we're going to see what Ko Ping Yi really wants to do with this. I think now it's really the decision time. What position are you going to play to get onto the 5 ball? You could also play for position to bank the 5. So 3-4, and then play down off the 4 to bank the 5. Wow.
Something bumps the 4. Yeah. I think he's trying. Xu Cheng Chao in the chat did say he can maybe play the 4-9-5, and I think that's actually what he was going for. Come back and play the triple combo. Very creative. But now he's that is I think the plan there.
I was wondering why he hit that with so much power and draw his. You're right. That's exactly what he was looking at, was to play the 4-9-5. So now what's the plan B? Yeah, creative.
And I think the bank is the shot.
Safety.
Or
I like
a 3-rail save.
Yeah, his 3-rail save. Let's take a look at the overhead so we can really kind of see how that looks. Does he have enough of it to get that to work? I think he does. Yes.
Yep.
That's the perfect shot right there. Gets a round of applause from the crowd.
Oh, and ties up with another ball.
Yeah, that just makes it even amplified, right? Now you've taken away that 2-rail. He has to go 3 rails into the 5.
Small window, but we all know that the Filipinos are known for their kicking. From inside the 8 in the rail. Jump a little with the jacked up cue. Beautiful.
Oh, what a shot.
Beautiful.
I mean, he doesn't, I don't know if he gets the reward, but that was a heck of a hit. I mean, he had a small window to get in there, but this is playable.
Yeah, I don't know. That 7 is pretty fat.
Actually, yeah, now that I draw the line, I do think that is really, really close to the 7 being in the way.
It's crazy when you do the overhead, you can see how far the rail sticks into the pocket. And you can kind of visualize how reduced that pocket is.
Right. Standard size would be 4.5 inch. These are 4 inch, so they're a 1/4 inch on each side more, you know. Yeah, that's all you can do there. Perfect. Gets the 6 ball.
I like shooting this kick at speed as long as it's not frozen. nice soft touch here. You can have that 7 help you out a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, great shot.
Yeah, beautiful. And I'm going to take a look at the overhead again because I want to know, does it have enough room to squeeze it by?
It's the return. No, the return is to put the 3 behind the 7 and just bring the cube up. That's nice. Yeah. Unfortunately, too close to really make it a real safe, but a nice control safety.
Yeah, getting the distance was really all you could ask for in that situation, and he did get max distance out of this. However, the cue ball being off the rail a few inches gives Ivan a few more options. And a little more comfortable cueing position. So he likes to play safe. This is not going to work out. It actually didn't land too terrible. I think Ko is going to have to play one more safety. Again, I'll look at the overhead because I can't see if that ball plays to anywhere. Yeah, it does not. Yeah.
I think from every angle, it's pretty obvious it doesn't.
Can he hold it behind the 6? He does.
Very nice. Using that 8 ball to stop the 5 ball so that you only need to really control 1 ball. Great safety mechanic. I think a little bit of a swerve maybe. He's jumping this with. Wow. Did it jump up
there
with
you
this?
go.
Wow. That's a long jump cue.
Yeah.
That's the BK. That's the Predator Air, I think. That's the BK Air.
The Air Rush, I believe it is. And so Ivan says, I can use the jump stick pretty good too. Little jump bank. And we're getting to see a jumping expedition.
Exhibition.
Exhibition, yes. That is the word. I knew as soon as I said it. I think that's the wrong word.
It's kind of an expedition. They're taking a lot of them.
Yes, English is my first language, but I still screw it up sometimes. This is the English commentary stream, so you would expect I would have the right words.
Ooh.
That goes.
I think he wanted that for the side.
No,
but he does play to the corner.
Yeah, either one is fine. It's got the full pocket to the corner, and so
I just mean the intention.
I think so. Yeah, I think his intention is he's still going.
Still playing the side. Yeah.
Really?
These pockets are small. I think that 9 is blocking part of it. I like this choice.
That tells you how small the pockets are. Normally, they're taking that in the corner, but the natural line was there to come 3 rails for good shape on the 9. So good choice.
Very nice. Ivan MALUTO now with the highest score against Ko Pin-yi as of stage 2.
And I hear some oohs and ahs over there at the feature table as Ranel Nalanan is up 10-6 on the hill versus FSR. And
but Ranel actually just rattled a 7 ball to win the match. And that's what that ooh was.
That's what the oohs were. Okay, so he had the opportunity to win the match there, and giving FSR one more opportunity to try.
Let's play an ad here for the player break.
And I will take a quick break myself. Be right back.
吓死我！
高能你自己用的是什么杆子？
我现在用的是 DBA，DBA
是网络杆。
你知道网络吗？那大陆有他们家卖的杆子，那支还蛮好打的。
Introducing EvoSports, the future of live streaming. It's now easier than ever to stream and share your action. We use the best equipment for high-quality HD image. Invite a commentator from anywhere in the world. EvoSports is the evolution in billiards entertainment. Live streaming has never been easier. Simply enter your name, add your race length, and start your stream.
All right, we're back. Back from the player break. Ivan to break. Successful with the one ball. Gets a look at the two. Let's see what he has. Options here on the two. Probably going to be looking at a safety.
All right.
I do believe he has the safety to bring that cue ball back underneath. Yeah, he's looking at the point right there. Trying to bring that cue ball down into this area. Underneath the 5. He's missed the 5. Yeah, I was assuming his target was to be behind the 5, but maybe at that pace his target was to try to get locked up to the 4.
What are your attacking options here? Do you cut this? Do you go for it? You're jacked up on this ball. I don't think you can play shape for the 3 unless you
He's
off the 8.
Yeah, he's playing for shape on the 3.
And he's not going to be happy with that.
Yeah, it was a risk, but you know, pool is all about risk versus reward, and I feel like, you know, he had the opportunity to run the rack. The reward was definitely high. If he executes that shot well, it's most likely going to end up with a rack win. So I agree with the decision. Just sometimes they don't work out.
Figured I might as well also sit courtside so I can get an extra angle. Tough shot jacked up over the three because you're going to want to put a bit of mass spin on it. It's going to swerve. Beautiful.
Very good. Oh,
Not going to want to be behind the
watch
9.
out. Yeah, he's
Don't
not
do
going to like
that.
this.
That was a beautifully shot ball, jacked up with a bit of swerve for
Yeah,
position.
he's got a look at the three here, but I don't think he can really do much with it. Is there a window to go between the 7 and... Oh, I'm sorry, that was the 5 ball.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thought maybe I was colorblind for a second.
No,
Wow.
that's me. That's me. I didn't have my
That
glasses
worked out
on.
nicely,
Sorry,
though.
guys.
That worked out nicely. I think clipping the 4 directly is tricky. Because it does track for the side for the corner pocket. Yeah, he doesn't like it. With the miss from Ronel Nalanan on the main table, FSR is now 8-10. I think he did a decent job considering what he had. Just to see what safety he pulls out here. Yeah, using that 9 as blocker, but he doesn't get there.
No, this is going to be not good for Ivan. Although, do you take on the bank shot here? I think the reward is there. You make the bank and you're dead perfect on the 5. So I think you have to take this on. What do you think, Justin?
Well, you know me, I like to attack.
Yeah, and it's fairly high percentage for a player of his caliber. Yes,
There we go.
there it is. Well played shot from Ko Pin Yi. I think because the shape was automatic off that bank, that's what makes that a much easier decision to make.
You could see Ko Pin Yi really measuring up the 6 ball because he doesn't want to shoot the 6 into the side if he can help it because he wants to play for the 7 next.
Where are we going to go now? Are we playing the combo? I can't imagine.
No, I think
this
it
is the
goes.
shot
He
that
came over and checked. So this was definitely what he played for. Yeah, and he's
You
checking
do-
the angle for the 7. So the 6 goes. Or that's what he believes.
Okay. to
Yeah,
me,
I'm saying that okay with speculation as well.
yeah, maybe. I mean,
Yep, there we go.
yeah, okay.
Yeah. It doesn't look like it on that screen, but
Yeah, it really
he
didn't.
checked it. And if
Yeah,
he checked it and he's going for it, it goes. Right? We know that.
right. And would have liked to get a little nudge on the 7, but didn't, giving him a difficult shot on the 7 ball as well here.
Beautifully done. Doesn't want to
Yep.
track too far. And he lands perfect.
Absolutely perfect.
All right, and there we are. 9-5.
Ko Pin Yi, the last Taiwanese player in this tournament. There was a lot of players from Taiwan in this event, a lot of very good talent here in Taiwan. And Ko Pin Yi, the last man standing in this for this representing this country. Two Filipinos, a Spaniard, and a Taiwanese player left in this tournament. Going to be down to just 2 here very shortly. FSR making a little bit of a comeback. He's down 8-10 over Ranel Nalanan, making the most of that missed 7 ball a couple racks ago from Ranel. FSR, you can't give that guy any breathing room.
Another person asks, why every tournament there's new Filipino player? We talked about this earlier. I think there's just a lot of talent in the Philippines that just aren't able to leave the Philippines. So again, if you like and share Focan sports to your friends and family, it can help grow the game. And as we grow the game, we can bring these people out more and more. So I think, you know, we want to see these players come out of the Philippines. And if we want to do that, we got to make this game profitable for these people, for everyone, for every pro. So yeah, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. I don't like sounding like a typical YouTuber, but what you got to do.
Yeah, and I think that's the beauty of the Chinese Taipei Open, is that you do get to see a lot of great Filipino talent among other countries as well in Asia that come here. Players that you might not normally see in other tournaments.
Big angle on this 3. I think he almost wants to bump the 6 ball for shape. The tables have slowed down a little bit. They were playing very fast in the beginning of the week. So, but at this point, I think it is, you can maybe hold it.
Yeah, I think he can go around. I think he can go around this with the cue ball. I think he can come through that window with the cue ball.
Question if
I think
he's,
yeah,
the
I
ball
don't think he's
goes too
gonna.
fast.
Yeah, nicely played. Now to get to the 5 is the trick, because you've got to navigate through the traffic. I believe he's going to be hitting this with a bit of pace, sending the cue ball off this rail through that window down towards the 5 ball. He's got a slight angle on the 4 that could get him there, but it's not a lot of angle, so he does have to put this with some force.
Good call.
And another kind of tricky move here, he might be going inside on this just to avoid the traffic. Inside 2 rails with the cue ball, yeah. I mean, because if you go outside, you have the potential for the 9 or the 7 to be blockers. But he is going that way. He hits the ball so good that those balls don't even come into play as a factor. That is the natural path.
A little on the wrong side of this 8. So he's going to go into the long rail with right spin. Oh, it goes all the way around. He had enough angle. And I think a big determining factor of this match is Ko Pin-Yee's control over the cue ball is much stronger than Ivan's this match. Obviously, a few lucky rolls as well to Ko Pin-Yee, but his control has just been so perfect.
And Ko Pin-Yee on the hill, 10-5. Ivan has to get 6 straight racks against a monster player. What are the chances for Ivan to come back and win this match? There is a poll in the chat. Select your answer. What do you think? The options are less than 5%, 5 to 10%, 10 to 20%, or greater than 20%. Let's see what the chat room thinks the odds are for Ivan to make a comeback and win 6 straight racks.
Patrick here trying to make some betting odds.
No, not doing that. I'm just curious what people think. It's got nothing to do with betting.
All right, let's see what this is. This break can either break Ivan's spirit or give him some hope. That 4 ball needs to keep rolling to give Ivan that hope. I think that 2 ball goes.
It does. Let's take a look at the overhead so we can see if it does go. Yep, it definitely plays to the pocket. And the 3 ball has either corner available to it down there. Don't really see any obstacles that are going to slow down Ko from getting to the finals.
This is the key shot here. Yep, there we go. 3 to the top left, 4 to the bottom left, 5 to the top right, 6 into the side, 7 at the bottom, 8 and 9 to the top right. I think everyone in the chat sees that path.
Yeah, I'd say the odds are going down right now for Ivan, being that he may not even have any chance at the table at all here. And Ko Pin-Yee is not to be denied. He's already got 1 first place trophy this week. He is undefeated in 2026 in his tournaments.
Another left-handed shot, much tougher for the draw.
Ah, okay. Left-handed shot with draw. Is he going to get the bridge instead? No, he's going to stick left-handed, but he still has to draw this off of that side rail and back up for the 8. What a
Wow.
stroke.
All right, I think
Great
this
stroke.
is it.
Yeah, I do too, Justin. Ko Pin Yi, one of the best
Ivan
in the
getting
world,
up.
and that's it. The applause from the crowd here in the arena.
To the end.
And
1,
we'll give
2,
him
3, end. Are they on endless mode? We are on endless mode. Okay, that's good.
And what an incredible performance. Guys, hang out with us. We're also move over to the feature table where you're going to be able to watch the other match, the finals match that's coming up shortly. And the winner is still yet to be determined between Ronell and FSR. So head over to that feature table to watch the rest of that match, and then they're going to have the finals on that match. That's going to be it for us in the booth here. Really
All right,
appreciate
thank you everyone for
everybody
joining us. We'll see you next time.
and have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening wherever you are in the world. We will see you soon.